Dwyane Gambino here, coming to you with another reaction video. We got Thank God I'm Filipino. Now this is American Filipinos talking about being American Filipino. Alright? I learned a little bit watching that war video. So that was pretty cool. And then a lot of the sports players that were created from it and all that. So now these are just, I guess, regular people.
It's always, what are you? Where are you from?
Jose, your name's Jose.
I think you're Asian, but I'm going to ask you if you know how to speak Spanish.
I first recognized race in kindergarten. These two girls looked at me. I think one of their names was Tammy. She scooted away from me and said, "Ew, you're Mexican."
I do identify ethnically as Filipino American. No,
Tammy, is she black?
1 in 5 Filipino Americans are mixed. Stop me if you've heard this before. Mother's a nurse. Dad is military. My mom is a nurse.
I'm Filipino, so I'm a registered nurse.
My mom is a nurse, just like almost every other Filipino person.
My parents were major anti-Marcos activistas in the Philippines, and so we moved here because of martial law.
My parents were actually overseas Filipino workers who worked in Saudi Arabia. I moved to the United States when I was 7 years old.
My grandfather actually served in World War II as
well, I tell you
part
guys,
of
a lot
that
of these people came from
I guess for fighting for the war and being a POW for the Bataan Death March, they got American citizenship.
My dad met my mom through a Peace Corps. They were working together. He fell in love with her, and he brought her back to the United States.
When I moved to New York and started auditioning as an actor, the hardest part is that
I said, "Come back to me, baby."
The racism that's thrown around under the shroud of just industry talk. It's like, we're looking for Asians. You're not Asian enough.
Doesn't matter what department I'm in. I was in sales not long ago, and guess who has to go get the food delivery from downstairs every time? This guy.
Another example of colonial mentality in my community that I see is the ways that we define beauty. That whiter is better, that skinny is better, that your flat nose isn't cute.
When I was in grade school, my friend who's Vietnamese, her mom used to not like me because I was too dark.
My mom tells me not to go out in the sun, and I laugh at her face. Because I was like, you married a black man. Like, are you kidding me?
Whether that be media or leadership
or
celebrities or anything, the big conversation of what it means to be in America, I don't ever really see myself represented in that.
What I like about being Filipino, our appreciation for pork.
The food.
Chicken adobo. Yes.
I love that when I run into someone else that's Filipino, they're almost always somebody's cousin.
What's my favorite part about being Filipino is my brains and my butt.
The humor, like my super Catholic aunt, the jokes she makes are like so perverted and crass.
You know, we come to this country for a life of opportunity that my parents didn't necessarily feel like they had for themselves in the Philippines, and I'm very inspired by that. Like, I want to do well for my people, and I want to do well for the people the community that I'm representing.
There's nothing to put on the map. We've been on the map. We've been on the map before the Spanish found us on the map. We're finding a collective voice, especially for the Filipino-American experience, and there's so much.
That's some real shit he just said.
So come on in. Let's eat.
Oh, it's just a name to these guys. Alright, shots of that. That's good, a little perspective of, how people been feeling. There's racism everywhere for every culture, especially in North America, right? It's considered white man's land. So, and I cracked the code on why the white men were racist, bro. And why they took all the money. Because the men of other cultures were taking the women. That's the problem. That was the whole issue. I am telling you, we all hit the comment section. Tell me how you feel about the vid. Hit me in my gram for more reactions next time.
Got me like a rich bitch, limp dick, put it on your daughter and she still called a nut. Patty K, gotta know your bitch like Johnny K. ATL pull up in roller skates, or lights on like a library.